Welcome to today's lesson. We'll be focusing on 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. And to start off today, let's give you an example of what 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication looks like. So that means we have a 2-digit number on the top like this, and we have another 2-digit number below that like this. And of course our multiplication symbol goes right there, and then our answer line goes right there. So now we have 2 digits on top and 2 digits on the bottom. And remember, when we do multiplication, we always remember we want to make sure the columns are stacked up right on top of each other to make sure that we're going to be doing our multiplication correctly. We're going to take 2 looks at multiplication 2-digit by 2-digit. I'm going to show you first how to calculate 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication first, and then I'll show you a hands-on technique to help you understand what we're doing when we calculate it. And so let's take a quick look at that. Let me clear the board here. So let's start with some more simple, common 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication questions here. And we're going to start off by showing you how to calculate it with a pen and paper. If you don't have a calculator with you, how to get the correct response. And here we have 14 times 12. So we always want to start here at the 2. And we're going to work our way upwards, this way, up the column. And we're going to figure out what 2 times 4 is. And we know that 2 times 4 is 8. And that goes right there. Now, we're going to come back to this 2 again right here, and instead of going upwards, we're going to crisscross to the top to this column over here, and now we have 2 times 1. And 2 times 1, we know off the top of our head is, we've memorized that answer, 2. And notice where I put that 2. It fits in underneath this column right here. So now we're halfway done our question. Now, we're going to take a look over, let me change pen colors here. We're going to take a look at this digit right here, this one right here. And before we do anything further, we're going to automatically place a 0 right under this 8 right here. Because now we've switched columns. We were working on this column over here first, which gave us 28. Now we're working on this column over here. So every time we switch columns, we have to do something down here, and this time we added a 0 right here. So now that we're working in the tens column, we're now going to go 1, crisscross over here, times 4, which equals 4. And then we're going to come back to this 1 again right here. This time 1 times 1 is 1. Now we've done everything up here is finished. We've done that correctly. Now we just need to look down here, and we can add, what we're supposed to do is add these 2 answers together. Now we just make sure everything's lined up on top of each other. We have 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 0 plus 1 is 1. And so our final answer is 168. You can use a calculator to double check that to make sure it's right. 168 is our final answer. Remember, most common areas where people make mistakes is usually in this area here. A lot of times they mix up their multiplication with their adding rules because we're just doing both of them at once here. So be very careful that you're adding them up. Make sure they're stacked up equally on top of each other. The columns are okay, and that will ensure that you get the right answer. But what did we just do? What is all this stuff that just happened on this paper? So what? We're getting the right answer. How are we going to make sure that we understand what exactly 14 times 12 is? And so now I'm going to take a look at exactly how and what 14 times 12 looks like in real life, not just in calculating it. So here we still have our same question, 14 times 12. And remember, when it comes to multiplication, we're dealing with groups and stuff inside the groups to come up with a total number of stuff or total number of groups. And so right now we're going to look at 14 times 12. I'm going to say that we have 14 groups. So we have 14 groups. So I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I drew 14 groups. Just like that. And now the next part of this question here says 12. What that represents is that 12 means that in every group there's going to be 12 things. So if you have chocolate chips or Cheerios or any just bunch of stuff, pennies, counters, no matter what it is, now what you want to do is take a handful of them and count out, place 12 of them in each of these circles, and then count out how many you have total, and that should be the same answer we had earlier, which was, I believe, 168. So let's see. I'm going to pause the video and add them up, and let's see if you get the same thing one night when you do this at the same time. So good luck. Remember, when you're spreading them out, you want to make sure you count out your counters in the same way that I'm going to show you right now. So this is how I do it. This is my strategy. So when I add 1 to this group, I want to make sure that I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and you get the idea. So you want to keep doing this until each group has 12 in them. And then when you have 12 in them, you can either add up all these groups of 12, like 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, or you can calculate it the way we did earlier at the beginning of the video, or you can just count up all the individual pieces that you have. So make sure there's 12 in each group, and that means you've equally divided them all into equal groups. That means you have 14 groups with 12 pieces in each one, and that should give you a total answer of 168. Good luck.